Hello everyone and welcome back to Studies by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County, an Ontario themed city, and make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps the channel a lot. We are following our train, which I have changed up a little bit. I've also done a couple other changes to our trains since last episode. I've gotten the mod that allows me to put the stops on either side of the train station tracks, or the platforms, I guess. And I've also changed the station coming up, and the station we built last episode in the new town of Strathcona. Now in today's episode, we're going to kind of change pace off of what we were doing last episode with the forestry industry and the new town of Strathcona, and we're going to go into we're going to dive into something that I've been kind of putting off for quite some time, and that is we are going to kind of revitalize the way the downtown kind of works. And I've also added a bypass line over here, as you see, for a cargo rail. And yeah, so it works pretty good. I like that mod that allows you to kind of use both sides of the station platform. I couldn't figure out how to use the multi-platform station, all the multiple platforms of the multi-platform station, but I think I figured it out now. However, after revising the train lines, I realized that I might as well just have one singular line for now, because we only really have 3 stations. That, as you see, if you remember last time we came up on this one, right? So now we're coming into this side. We're gonna head over here. Yeah, it's pretty cool how it works. But you know, in the future, maybe we'll be able to use the rest of the platforms. But for now, we're just gonna continue to use the one side of the multi-platform station because it's kind of acting like an end station right now. It's not going to always act like an end station. However, for right now, it is. But this is the area that we are going to be revitalizing a bit. So let's just stop following that train. We are going to do a couple things here. We're going to revise. Let's just dive into this kind of view. Whoa. We are going to shift this whole thing back down. We're going to delete this tram stop. We're going to move it over here, change up the way this block looks. And then we might start building on the other side of the train tracks as well. We're also going to look at revising the way these two tram stations end. And then if we have time, we might do something with this whole rectangle right here. So we shall see if we get to that today, but we're going to start off. I think we will. We're going to start off with some transit planning, some network changes in this area right here, because I want to start developing this side of things, and I'm really excited to do so. All right, so pretty simply enough, the reasoning that we're doing this is even though this station probably is fine the way it is, backing right up against the tram line here, is it should probably have its own frontage, right? Like, you know, it should have like a bit of a kiss and ride kind of situation. It's a main station downtown, so yeah, that's what we're gonna pretty much do. So I'm gonna grab this with move it. We're gonna do a lot of move it in the next little while. So I'm gonna wait for that train to leave this area. I'm gonna pause the game. I'm gonna grab this, and just with move it, I'm going to tap down on the number pad, which is 2 for me. And we're just gonna shift it down to about here. And it definitely lost its connection, and that's fine. All right, then I'm gonna grab all these nodes. Actually, you know what? I probably should have grabbed that station and then all these nodes at the same time. Just looking to grab them all so that it's going to make the next stage a bit easier to do. I missed one. I think I missed a couple other ones too. Probably could just use the movement mod to just select all the nodes, but I don't want to accidentally grab a road or something. We'll grab that one too, and we're going to swing back over here. Grab this one and that one. Not that one, it's fine. Just making sure I don't miss any. Alright, so then we're going to do that number 2 thing. And did I accidentally shift it? I did. Okay, let's just try to do this properly, Steven. Swing that down. Oh, it's a bit too far. That probably caused some glitching, but that's fine. Let's go to about here. I think that's good. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to have to shift the rest of these down with the Move It mod to readjust them in a situation that we like. And afterwards, guys, don't worry, because I don't want to spend too much time just fiddling around with Move It when, you know, there's other things we could be doing, right? So I'm going to just do it pretty roughly here, and then I'm going to come back after the episode is done, and off camera I will tweak this to a point that it actually looks nice. Alright, so let's make sure that everything is okay here. Just gonna click Alt in really quickly. Alt, if you hold Alt down, it kind of snaps it together a bit easier. And we are getting some glitching, but that's fine, really. Alright. And I mean, that works. It's a bit sharp, isn't it? Right there. Alright, we'll go to the other side now. Just make sure that we are doing okay under this bridge. Sorry for the quick spinning. Make any of you guys seasick. Alright, so let's do that. We're gonna grab this one, swing it down. This one, holy cow, lots of stuff connecting over here. Alrighty, let's swing over this way now. Just gonna grab that. We're gonna swing this one over ever so slightly. And yeah, so I've been waiting to find time to do this for quite some time. The suggestion to change this up a little bit was quite some time ago, but when we built it. But you know, there's just so many other things that I wanted to do. I wanted to find time where we could do a couple things at the same time, and I finally realized that it's about time we do this, especially after fiddling around with the trains last episode. Just makes sense to do it now. Alright, that's a bit iffy right there. And then this one should probably be shifted upwards ever so slightly. Alright, so I'm gonna grab the gravel here. We're going to turn with the brush just a little bit, and I'm just gonna refill in all this with gravel. And why do I do this with gravel? Well, if you go to a train track, there is something called, I believe it's called ballast, which is just crushed rock. And they always lie underneath rail lines, right? So I think the gravel kind of simulates that pretty well. All right, we'll take it off over here, make sure it's underneath this, and plus it kind of makes the area look a bit more uniform, doesn't it? All right, so we need a bit of a kiss and ride. So I think what we'll do here is, since we're getting pretty tight with this stuff, I think what we'll do is we'll just grab, oh, we can't really, let's just grab our 1 unit road. We're gonna go 1 unit 2-way, no parking, or we could grab the 1 unit road with parking. Interesting. Okay, we'll go with the grid only. Bring it up. Oh, maybe some road guidelines too. How about them all? Except for maybe node snapping. Nope, I didn't turn it off there. Ah, it's okay. Let's just, come on, one more. There we go. We'll just bring it out to there, and then we'll bring it out to about here, and then down. And this is going to change. Don't worry about that. All right. So now we just need to readjust these ever so slightly. So we're going to grab this. We're going to say, first of all, let's make sure it's at the same height as that. I'm going to grab this node. Whoa, undo. Grab this node and hold Alt down. I'm going to shift it right in the middle of that. There we go. Grab all 3 of these again. Just hold 2, press the number 2 down twice. How about that? That works. Gray Street. I think we'll call this street Union Street. Whoa. And we're going to rename this Union Station. Alrighty, so I don't really want crosswalks here, so we're gonna go into our traffic manager, and we're just gonna do this, no crossing, and cars can just go through. We will allow crossing right here though, because people will need to do that. All right, and let the sim run really quickly. Perfect. Okay, so we could actually have some dedicated turning lanes now that we don't have this station here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And then over here as well, or maybe not, because I don't want to cause too much traffic, right? So let's make sure that if we go here, this person can go into both lanes. And then we'll do the same kind of concept over here, where if you're here, I want to make sure that they can both go left and straight, and these people are fine. These people are fine as well. All right, let's actually delete this because I don't think it's necessary, but right here I want to make sure that they can get into both. All right. Oh, why is this happening over here? Let's delete that, and let's make sure we have proper dedicated turning lanes there. Okay, so let's do a couple things here with this. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. With this little frontage here. Well, there's a few things we could do. One, I'm thinking about getting a couple buses to come into here, and the taxi stands, where are they? Are fantastic, and I think we can get them to line up on this side. No, I don't think we'll be able to get it on this side. I mean, we could probably rotate it. So if we put them here, and then I just grab it with, oh, move it. I gotta move it first. Swing it around on this side. There we go. Hopefully this works. Swing it around. There we go. And then I want to get a couple pathways through here. Just really briefly, I'm going to use these, just the basic path, because I just want people to be able to use it as a thoroughfare. If that makes any sense. Are we lined up here? Pretty much, okay. And why does it look different on this side? Okay, and this one, yeah, we're fine. All right, weird. Let's just use our pavement. I'm going to pave this in. Oh, that's gravel. There we go. We're gonna pave that all in. And look at that. That pretty much looks like normal, except for maybe the two lights, but that comes with the territory when using the crosswalks. All right, then we're gonna go into our node controller here. We're gonna grab this node and we're going to make it crossing. There we go. It's pretty cool. Don't really need a light on it or anything like that. It's totally fine. And then, since this is Union Station, I think maybe we can look at decorating this area with like a, oh, that's a gazebo, like a fountain, and high-level bench. I don't know. Maybe benches aren't the best situation here, but maybe some flower beds too. That'd be nice. I like using the flower beds. They take up just enough space that it looks nice, and it fills it in, but also not like totally intrusive. Yeah, there we go. So now we can get some buses in here. I'm trying to do this thematically. So let's look at where the buses are. This bus line, I believe, is the only bus line in the downtown right now. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to get it to, yeah, let's eliminate this stop. And then let's bring it in right here. We're gonna eliminate this stop. It's gonna hop out, it's gonna go into the left lane here. And ideally, oh, I guess it has to. I thought that was, I forgot that this is actually a bridge. Okay, and then this bus comes through here, and it comes the other direction. So I guess can't really get it to stop without doing a big bunch of loops, right? So maybe we just get it to stay on Manitoba, and people coming the other direction just have to walk a block. Or we can change things up with the next thing we're going to do, which is going to be moving this tram stop into this block here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to de-zone all this. There we go. I'm going to delete all the buildings here. Let's make sure everything's de-zoned. Perfect. It is. Then I'm going to just, I guess I'll let everyone run away. Run. All right, I'm gonna delete this. Get out of there, taxis. Okay, we're gonna delete the fence too. Delete all these trees. Come on, we're spamming the click button. All right, so the trams come through here, and we're just gonna pretty much do the same thing with this turnaround, but in the middle of this block here. So let's grab our tram roads. So we're gonna have to go into the transit tab, and then go into that's subway, tram. Here we go. We're going to use the one-way system, and we are then going to get node snapping on. That would be important. There we go. We're going to also get guidelines on. That would also be important. Come on, let's do that. There we go. I'll bring it in just like that, and then let's keep it straight here, guys. Come on. All right. We'll have to do that. Connect up. And then we'll just flip it around to make sure that it's going the right direction. So the reasoning for this, if we look at our tram lines, first of all, let's eliminate that stop. Bring that up there. If you look at the tram lines now, this tram coming from the right side turns right, doesn't cross traffic, hops back into traffic, and goes down. The tram coming left will then turn right, not crossing traffic, and then continue on. So that is why we do that. It may cause some traffic issues, but that is problems for another time. All right, so we'll get rid of those crosswalks, and we'll make sure that cars can just go through. Yeah, we're good. All right, so if you're over here and you wanted to get to this tram, you just had to cross the road and then walk to the tram stop. If you're over here and you want to walk, you just have to walk to the crosswalk and go over. So no big deal, and it also looks pretty nice. We did the same thing over here. Maybe there could be a crosswalk right through here, but I think we're fine with that, everyone. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is, first of all, I'm just going to rezone this as office. Hopefully we get a bigger office right here, because for some reason there's a bit of a commercial space issue there, probably because of the node we just placed. And then we'll do the same thing with these buildings. I'm just going to delete these buildings, pause it really quickly, and also this one. Let's just redo this whole block here, guys. There we go. Make sure you use up all the space. This is prime real estate. It's right on Ontario. Let's do this. Okay, perfect. We got one right there. Nice. All right, so I will get back to what we were doing before, and we could get another taxi stand, but we might actually think about eliminating this one now that we have them over here. Let's follow this taxi. Yeah, this guy's just lining up. Yeah, okay, why don't we do that then? We'll eliminate this taxi stand, and we'll think about kind of redoing this little area here. How about we, first of all, maybe get a pathway through here, and why don't we go with just a basic one. We're going to turn everything off. Let's actually go. Yeah, we'll try this one. Sometimes these don't really work. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Hold. Oh, don't hold Alt down. We'll get that right there, right in front of the pole. You know, perfect. Perfect. Right along Erie. And then let's grab a couple things. I think that's gonna be too big. Could get some cool rocks going in here. Then if you kind of combine the rocks together, you can get some bigger rocks. Kind of looks like one bigger rock now, right? So there we go. Then we're just going to grab Property Tree Anarchy, put it on, Control P, and we're just going to get these bushes underneath. There we go. That kind of makes it look like there's... Oh, that one's floating. Some of them are floating. That's fine. There's also this big one too, but I think it's a bit too big for this situation. Yeah, it looks like they want to float over here. There we go. All right, and then if you just grab maybe some of the smaller trees, and we'll get a couple of the smaller trees along the outside of the tram track. And then how about just one right here and here? Okay, fine. Twist my arm. Got some nice symmetry going in there. All right, there we go. We kind of changed it up, the look up a little bit. If you zoom out, it looks a bit nicer with that path, but zoomed in, that path isn't always my favorite. All right, so it looks like we got some cool stuff going on over here. I think what I'll do now is just pave that in. It'll, you know, make it look a bit better. All right, since we don't need taxi stands here anymore, so I think what we'll do is just do something really similar, but I think we'll change up the look a little bit. Maybe we go with pathways, or maybe we do something like this. Nice. Grab both of these, shift it over a little bit, and this is really not going to be used, but you know, maybe if you're waiting for your tram, you can sit along the benches here, right? And it's pretty cool. All right, and then we'll pave in this whole section here. And I just extend it beyond the tram because this is going to be buildings anyways, so it'll just kind of help blend it in. All right, so now that we have that, we have a bus stop over here already. We can think about getting a second bus stop in later, but let's look at the zoning through here. All right, so we have some cool opportunities here. But before we rezone this stuff, and this is probably what I should have done before we did this area. Ooh, and actually I want to get just a continuation of the street. Let's turn node snapping on, guidelines back on. I'm just going to bring this street down to about here. And can this go under? I bet it can. Bring it to about here. Oh yeah, that's fine. And Property Tree Anarchy was on, so that is why those trees are still there. Let's turn the size down. Let's get rid of these trees. And then what I should have done before I did that is prioritize the zoning with the zoning adjuster. So prioritize older roads and right-click here. Oh, that's removing it. There we go. So it should prioritize the zoning onto the other side of the street. Let's remove the zoning here, and let's see if we can do that one more time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the zoning first. Then I'm going to prioritize older roads. Click it in with a left click. And hopefully that did it. It looks like we're a bit off on this side. So perhaps what we do is take James Street here, we eliminate it, we look at taking out the zoning too, and then we redraw it in. Okay, let's just bring it into about here. See, it messed up the zoning. This is slightly important, so that's why I'm kind of trying to make sure that the zoning stays the same. Yeah, there we go. And I just eliminated zoning. So something is just ever so slightly off on this road. And I need to make sure we get zoning back in here. And we won't. So bye-bye building. And I think what we'll have to do here then is delete that building, change the zoning up, and then delete this building, and just let it also re-emerge. And then we'll get some pavement in through here too to help clear that up once the free zones. And you know what? We might not be able to get the cleanest cut through here, but we'll just have to live with it. So that should have prioritized the zoning. Let's go with commercial here. And then we'll go with, oh, we could go with residential behind this. But I think we'll just go offices. And then we'll go offices here too. I'm gonna pause the game because I don't want anything else to zone in for the next little while. And then what I'm gonna do is just grab this path. Let's turn off guidelines. And then going to take the zoning from this block here. We're going to go right alongside and right through here. I think we're gonna lose the zoning here, unfortunately. Okay, let's use the movement mod to readjust some stuff. And I would love it if we could do that, but let's check the zoning. Oh, look at that, we kind of saved it. Okay. If we just ever so slightly do that, did we lose the zoning there? We didn't. Nice. Okay. Then we need a fence along this train track, so we're going to use the zoo fence. Probably seen me use the zoo fence a lot. That is because I think it looks the best as a sound barrier. Let's go with that. And then the sound barriers, or using this as sound barriers, I think is quite realistic. It looks just like a sound barrier, so. And then we'll just bring the fence line to about there. To there. Yeah, see? Kind of looks like a sound barrier, so there we go. That's why we're using it. And why don't we get a couple condos through here on this back end of it? Might not be the most desirable place to live, but I think it'll work. And then let's get a pathway right through here. Let's go with the tree-lined one. There we go. And then let's get some condos back in here. Okay, and then I'm just going to leave it like this for now. And then this is going to all be office. Let's look at how the zoning breaks down. So that's one. All right, I'm not sure how this is going to work over here. So that means we should look at just getting the pavement out a bit farther. Okay, so now we're going to add in a new district. And we are going to take out the district here. And we're just doing this paused. Because I want to be really careful with this. All right. So let's just make sure that we aren't eliminating anything on the other side of Erie Street here. And I think we'll just take it down to the train station. Just because. Actually, let's think about this really quickly. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll make sure that the church isn't a part of this. And then these buildings as well, I don't want that as part of it along Drake Boulevard. All right, so this new district, which we're gonna add in now, well, I guess I should have been more careful with it after I zoned this part in, so. Oops. All right, fill that up, right up into here. And all right, sorry for playing with the zoning so much. I just want to be really careful with what we're doing because we're going to change up the style of buildings through here. So Sunset Square. You know what? I like the square. We'll save it and we'll just kind of change the name to Union Square. And the theme of this, well, let's actually go tax relief for offices, maybe. Sorry, it's right behind my record button's right here. Okay, yeah, I don't think we'll really need anything for this. High-tech housing, what's that? Just increase the upkeep. Okay, we'll leave all that. Services. Free Wi-Fi could be cool. Alright, we'll leave it. But themes, let's make sure that we are international here. Then what we want to do is we're going to go into this and we're going to add in a IT cluster. So the IT cluster is going to give us some really tall buildings, and I really like that. I think it's going to be a unique aspect of this area. And then I also want to, any housing in this area, I want it to be high tech. And then I'm thinking if we have any commercial through here, it'd be cool to make it tourism. But I also don't mind having the basic ones. So I think we'll leave the commercial for now in this area, and then we'll come back and we can change it up a little bit if we need to. So let's see, we got some offices right along here. Let's take out this. Let's eliminate these buildings. Let's make this office. And then we'll make this office right through here too. Take out those buildings. Perfect. This is all commercial through here. Let's kind of split the development up a little bit. So I'll take this building. These are all the same buildings. I don't really like that. So we'll take out all these. All right, we're doing it all apparently. We'll take out, actually, no, I'll leave that building. I'll take out all this. And then right through here, looking really carefully, I think that's all commercial. Like that's, the zoning's a bit off there. If you look really closely, you can see it. You can see it. And then the rest of it's going to be office. How about instead, ooh, there we go. We add in a condo right here. I think it'll have to be this whole block, so that's fine. And then I can also do one there. Yeah, we'll see if that works out or not. This is all going to be office. It's going to be like a business station, kind of. And this is where it ends. So we're looking over here. We're in commercial now. I really like these buildings over here. We have a health clinic here. Okay, so I think we might have to move this health clinic. If we open up the tab, we have lots of sick citizens, and that's because of the noise caused by commercial and stuff like that. So that's why we put this clinic here in the first place. However, I think we can probably move this clinic to a less desirable area over here. Oops, I didn't mean to start the sim. And this is all office here. That's probably fine. And then what we can do is we can just get some more housing through here. Or we could make this, no, I think this, we're starting to transition the area a little bit over here. And it's this whole block. So now let's get rid of this building. And we'll make this an office. And this building is always complaining. So I think what we'll do is we'll take this building out and make that building an office. So I know we just talked about that one, but I think it's going to be fine if we do that. And then why don't we try to just mix the use up a little bit, and we'll take out that. We'll add an office. So we got a bit of a mixed use space over here. And I think this is going to be good to contrast this whole area here. Okay, we're over here now, looking at this housing. I think that's fine. I mean, who wouldn't want to live right here? It's beautiful. All right, so now we have that. Let's play the game. I'm gonna go into this mode here. And we're going to kind of watch these tall buildings grow, I guess. Yeah, so you see how already taller these office buildings are coming in over here. Yes, haha. Now we're really kind of bringing our city into shape here, aren't we? All right, that is looking nice. It's gonna be really cool to see this all grow in, but let's hop back out of here. This is all office down here. I think what we'll do is we'll take away, let's actually change this up a little bit. I think what we'll do is we'll go for some low density commercial right here because I want like a cool shop, and then we'll go for a condo right here, and then we'll go for an office right in this corner. But I know that we're gonna lose a lot of demand for commercial, or sorry, for industry because of this, and we should probably look at making sure that we have enough services to cover all this area. So we have health coverage, pretty good, especially now that we got this hospital up here too. Child services could be better. Okay, so we'll have to remember that when we build up this area. And elder care services, we have no elder care down in this section. So why don't we take a look at this place right here, right in front of the soccer field. That should really help out. And why don't we also look at getting the childcare services right close by. Okay, death care. It definitely needs to be better, but we'll leave that. Let's look at fire protection. We're great through the downtown. Police coverage, we're also great through the downtown. Education, that's elementary schools. Okay, so we definitely need some more elementary schools through here. Let's add in another one right here. And let's check high schools really quickly. Got one high school through here. Maybe we can look at getting another high school down in this section, which might help. Yeah, I think we'll be fine with that. So we got to make this whole area, this whole block. Ooh, let's resume the game. Sorry about that. Let's make this whole block kind of like a park. Kind of help blend the school in a little bit better. And then we'll get some trees. I wonder if we can just do this. That'd be nice. It's not really working. Okay, that's fine. We'll just grab our favorite tree here, and we'll just add, that's not my favorite tree. That's okay. All right, and look at that. Coming in nicely. Okay, and then if we look into here, now these office buildings that have back entrances will really blend in with the tram stop as well. Here comes the tram. Perfect timing. And we got lots of residential demand as well. All right, so we're almost done today. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this block and we're going to fill this in with residential. We're going to make it a bit of a residential community. It's right beside the tram station too, which is fantastic. So let's see, let's see where the nodes are here. Perfect. We can just use those. Actually, let's do something a bit different. Bring that up, bring this over, connect. And then we'll bring this down and then over, like so. Hopefully these trams can figure it out. Or what we could do is we could grab our tram stops, Could move this one over here. We can move this one down here. And we have this whole part on High Street, which I don't think is the same High Street as the other one, but that's fine. Okay, and then we just need to get some paths right through here just to connect up and people can walk across them. This is going to be needing to be an upgraded street. I think we'll just make it a 4-lane street. Then probably these ones too. Let's do this again. Let's make this an asymmetrical one. Or we can make it a one-way. Why don't we do that? Let's make it a one-way. We'll go one way with trees. There we go. There we go. And we'll make this all two-way, that's fine. And let's make sure that we don't have any lights through here, because that would be annoying. Make that yield. We'll make this yield. And we do have a light here for necessity, that's fine. Alright, so now that we got that in, this is going to be the great residential zoning. So unfortunately we don't have the zoning all the way down here. I wonder if I can just readjust that ever so slightly if I... Oh, that's the pathway. I hold Alt down, bring it over. And then if I go back to this... Hold on, I'm going to pause the game. I go to our zoning adjuster, we're going to click right click and then left click. Oh, no, okay. It didn't. That's fine. We'll just have some trees there. How about that? That's fine. Help the area look a bit nicer. Alright, so we're gonna really boom our residential through here. And then right behind the retirement home, let's also get some residential. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab the paved pathway. Whoops. And let's just go with just grid here. Okay, let's get rid of them all. There we go, and then we'll just get residential. Oh, whoa. Right through here, and that should really help boom our the population of this area. Let's just get some residential there as well. Very cool. Let's take a quick peek at the districts here, because I don't think this was in a district. Okay, so let's whoops. Let's grab this, and this will be part of Batherston East, and then this is Batherston City. We got Union Square here, which is really booming. I think we'll take Union Square out to here too. All right, let's delete these. Take a look at that. Yeah. Alright, so now that we're kind of doing some stuff over this way, let's just grab a path, and we'll bring this down, and then from here, I just want to bring a path, and can we connect right through here? We probably could, but let's do that right here. So we'll bring this path down. Okay, and then I'm just gonna bring it over like that. I'm gonna grab, move it again, and we're just gonna do something quick like that. And then let's grab our tree brush. We're just gonna take these trees out from here. Okay, this building's so massive compared to the hospital or the clinic there. It's actually a cool building. It's getting dwarfed, so perhaps this wasn't the best idea to get low density commercial through here. So why don't we just go and we'll make it an office, because that's kind of the theme of today's episode, besides fixing the transit a little bit. So we'll just pave this all in. Oops. Whoops. Alrighty, so now we're going to take our tree brush and we're just going to try to fill in some of these spaces here that are left over. Make sure we don't get too close to the train tracks. Oh, we're going to need a fence on this side too, aren't we? Alright, so we're in freeform, perfect. And we're just going to swing that around to here. And bring it out to there, and we'll just leave it for now. All right. Oh, wouldn't be an episode if I didn't forget water, right? So bring that right through there. Preemptive. That wasn't the best connection. Apologies. Okay, so we got a little bit of time left. This is going to really zone in on its own. I think Battersea East is going to be a really big residential area. Oh, I forgot this tram. Woohoo, good thing I didn't forget. Okay, so let's look at this really quickly. I'm going to leave this tram loop, but I'm going to take the yellow line off of it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go into our roads. We're going to go on to tram, and we're going to, like, didn't need to do that actually. I should have just selected this. We're going to upgrade this whole section right through here, and then we're going to loop up. Yeah, we'll go down a bit farther. Right here. And we're just going to go something like that. We're going to resume the game ever so slightly, or quickly, I guess. And just want to take our trams here. We're then going to move the stop right here. We are then going to take this and we're going to add a stop right here. And then we're going to add a stop right in the middle. But I guess it's the tram line, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, and then we'll get a stop right there too. And where's the next stop? The next stop is in the giant skyscraper block. Alright, so now we need to go into buses here really quickly. And that is... Oh, I think I'm missing a stop here. Whoops. We need to go back to trams. That's subway, Steven. And we'll get a stop right here. Okay. Buses. So the orange line comes down through here. I think we should just take it off Steve McQueen and we'll put it onto Drake Boulevard. And we will get it to come down Cedar. How about that? Let's take that off. And let's take that off. And let's take that off. So it's then going to... Oh. Okay, never mind. We're gonna need these two bus stops, I guess. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, we'll try it out with one bus stop over here. All right, now I need to readjust those two lines. So that was the McQueen line, oh, of course. So it is 9 buses. It's probably more than enough for now, so we'll put it down to 6, okay? And then we're gonna go on to trams, and we're gonna go on the downtown line. Oh, the Phillips line is now the Electric Avenue. And let's take a quick peek at the downtown line, because this is probably going to need to be readjusted. So we have 13 on here, and this one is bump it down to 10, but I think we're gonna have to come back to this. I think people are still figuring it out. University line, let's see. We'll probably take it down to 8 maybe. Queen Street line, this line is just crazy. Looks like we can actually take it down a bit. Put it down to 15. Riverside line, this one's always interesting to read. Let's take it back down. And Electric Avenue, this one really started to boom. I think we'll leave it actually. All right, so did a lot today. We rejuvenated the downtown, which is fantastic. We got some tall skyscrapers through here mixed in with some lower density buildings, which I'm looking at it now, we might need to change a little bit. But we got some really cool office buildings through here, and we probably won't need to add any offices for the next little while. Oh, and then last things last. Just gonna grab this tram loop. This yellow tram should not be coming in here. Gonna extend it down a little bit. Let's take a quick peek at that tram line one last time, guys, because that tram should not be coming through here. Okay, so let's eliminate this stop. Weird. All right, there we go. We're good here. And then this one should be fine right there. And what we'll do is I'm just going to grab move it. And I'm just going to hold Alt. We're going to shift this down so that it connects up to there. And we should be getting a couple more residential blocks through here now. Yeah, we are. Actually, I want to make sure that people can actually use this section. So what I'm going to do, because I never trust that that's actually a real connection or not, So I'm just going to just do that, and that should ensure a connection. Okay, so we did lose some buildings, so I wonder if I can now. Oh, yeah, that person did it. If I just grab both of these and hold Alt, just shift it over. Let's see. Oh, that person got confused. That person got confused too. Just trying to get this extra building in here. All right, I'll play around with it later, but looks like we did a pretty good job today. We increased the residential a little bit by adding in this whole residential block, which will increase in height and density over time, and we rejuvenated this whole downtown area. So let's try to find a good view that kind of captures everything that we've done today. All right, that works. Have a great day, everyone. Talk to you soon. Peace out.